Okay, hello everybody. This is Neptune Neon. What I'm doing in this recording here is showing a frame-by-frame look at how I do this last part in this level, the Ultra Star-ish level from Shell's Retriever. So for anybody who's having trouble with doing this last trick, this last part of this level, I'm gonna break it down frame by frame to see how I'm doing it. I did this on emulator as well so that you guys can see my button inputs, which is right up above me. And you will be able, and we're gonna take a look at it frame by frame to see. Hopefully this may give you more insight and be able to do this. Just know that everything is all the inputs are just really fast. Well, not really. Well, okay, it's fast, but well, let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm starting here up at the top, and I'm gonna be going frame by frame. You'll see this. Oh well, damn! I got to. Okay. How do I get rid? Oh no. Now I need to get rid of this. Okay. Shit. If I press... I wish I was more prepared for this. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. So, frame by frame, you can see it there. As I'm going down here. As I am going down. So at this point, you want to be holding Y, letting go of B. Obviously, so that you do not hit the P switch. And activate it. So you're going to grab it as you're going down. And then, as you can see, I start holding B to get ready to do the jump. Now here is where the breakdown is going to be more kind of show you what is done. So the trick is, how I do it is by I throw the P switch up between the middle, in between that yellow shell and the cement brick wall on the left. I throw it in between there on my way up, pretty much as soon as I hit this naked Koopa on the bottom to get ready to do the shell jump. And it requires really fast inputs since they're so close to each other. So you'll see here. So this is when I start hitting the Koopa. That's when I'm starting to go up, you can see. And I'm going up. I'm still going up. And I'm still holding on Y and B. But you can also see I'm holding the direction, the D-pad up and right at the same time. Now I don't know if that's the correct way to do it, to throw an item up, but that looks like that's how I'm doing it. Okay, so this is the next frame. This is when I let go of Y. You can see Mario is doing the kick, the kicking animation right there. So basically, I hit the Koopa and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 4 inputs, almost 5 inputs away, 5 frames between hitting the Koopa and then throwing the P switch. That's why I told you these things go fast. So I'm still holding it a little bit, and then boom, I let it go. I'm throwing it up. So you can see I let go of Y. Now I had to repress Y very quickly again to get ready to grab the shell before I get to it, or else I will be knocking it off of the 1F0. So here now you can see the P-switch and Mario kind of traveling up at the same, almost at the same time. But now the P-switch is just barely sneaking in there. And it's going a little faster than Mario, obviously. And there it is. There's the frame that I start holding the Y button. You can see really close, actually really super close to when I'm about to grab the yellow shell. And yes, in this, and I'm also only holding up. So for these many frames, so that's, I let it go. Here's 1 frame. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames. On the 7th frame is when I re-grab Y. So 5 frames in between from hitting the Koopa to throwing the P-switch, and then 7 frames in between of letting go of Y to throw the switch, and then re-grabbing it to catch or to grab the shell. 5 frames, 7 frames. So we got that. So now I'm holding both the Y and the B buttons, and I'm still I'm still close. I haven't got to it yet. And there is when I'm going to pick it up. You can see I kind of move it already when I get to that part. So that's when I'm so I was about 2 frames away from messing that up, actually. I was 2 frames away from messing that up. From not repressing Y fast enough. So here, there I go. I have now got my controller inputs in on Y and B at the same time as the P-switch is still going up, and I'm going up with the shell as well. Now here's where I know I can see that I have the shell. So I start rolling my thumb on the D-pad to the left to get ready to do the shell jump. P-switch is safely up there on the cloud now. In fact, you'll see it hit the yellow brick or the yellow turn block. And I let go. Where is it? Okay, so now I'm letting go of the shell to do the shell jump. And it's funny how it's getting the shell or the kick animation. You can see the little star that goes there, and I haven't let go of Y. That's pretty funny. But it does in the next frame. So the next frame, that's when I let it go. And that's when the shell goes. And the shell is already so fast that shell, you don't even see it hit the concrete block, really. Because I'm so close to it. So that's why this corridor is actually really, really small for good reasons. Is that you get the second chance to jump off of the shell right after this. So if you miss that, then it bounces off the other wall, and then I'm holding Y and B. I get the shell. I get actually lucky that it lands back on the 1F0 tile. I hit the shell as I'm holding Y and B again, you know. So going back, let go of Y to do the shell. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames. So that's 8 frames away from me re-grabbing Y. That's actually pretty interesting. I'm 7 to 8 frames away. 7 to 8 frames it takes me to do a re-grab. At least at what I think is my fastest. I feel like I'm doing it at my fastest. So now I'm holding Y again. Now I'm safely above the shell, and it's already kicked. So now all I got to do is just make sure I hit the shell, and I do right there, and I'm going straight up. And as you can see already, the P-switch did hit the turn block, so now that's turning. Now I am safely up, and you want to be holding Y because you don't want to, well, yeah, you don't want to land. In my instance, it's fine because the turn block's already turned. But you want to keep holding Y because you don't want to land on the P-switch just yet. You still need the P-switch to throw it at the turn block to get it turning, and then you hit it. So if I got lucky right there with making it hit the turn block as I threw it up there already. I could have actually let go of Y. I didn't have to hold Y. I could have hit it there, but instincts, I'm always used to it. So holding Y, and then I'm coming down from it. Obviously, I pick it up just because I'm paranoid like that, but the block is still turning, and then, you know, there it goes. So I'll try to go, I'll go back through it again. It's gonna take a while, a lot of frames to go back. That is my clicky keyboard. Very clicky. Alright. So as we start again. So this frame is when I start hitting it. This is the frame I start going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th frame is when I let it go. So as you can see, it's really, really fast. And it takes, so it's 5 frames there, and it took 7 frames to re-grab the shell, and then another, what, 8? No, and another 2 frames, actually. That's right, I was only 2 frames away. So it's 5 frames, 7 frames. I was 14, it's 14 frames, basically. Is that right? 14 frames? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14 frames. 13, 14 frames it takes. I have to throw the P-switch up and then re-grab Y to be able to grab the shell. In 14 frames. And that's the breakdown of how to do it. And once the P shell's going up and you have the shell in your hand, the easiest part now is I say easy because it's only a shell jump. But yes, it is the shell jump. That's all you have to do after this is make sure you nail the shell jump. And that's why this corridor is so small, so that you get actually good chance. You have a higher chance of making the shell jump. So 14 frames is what it took me, it looks like. 7 frames to throw the P-switch. No, I'm sorry, 5 frames to throw the P-switch, another 7 to re-grab it, and then 2 frames before I start picking it up. So you can see, like I said, 2 frames away from actually hitting the shell. And they're so close. It's actually kind of funny they didn't hit each other. But there it is. So hopefully frame by frame that's helping you get an idea of how fast to do it. How fast you kind of need to do this. Basically what I can tell you from after learning this, you can just try to practice on the controller, not even playing the game, but just practice trying to just visualize it, I guess. Try to visualize it and try to practice doing it on the controller. And the best way, and what sucks is that, yes, it's not really easy to do a save state here. There's no really good place to do a save state to try to practice this one trick over and over and over. So you're just going to have to keep beating the level until you get there. But eventually, if you get enough practice and if you remember if you can remember and keep that insight frame by frame, you don't have to remember the number of frames. That's obvious. We don't operate like that. But you can understand how fast it needs to be. So it's pretty much almost like as soon as I hear the bounce off of the naked Koopa, as soon as I hear that, as soon as my brain registers that, I let go of Y to throw the P-switch up, and I know right after I do that, I need to repress it as fast as I can to grab the shell. And so it kind of does a train after that. So it's hit once I make the Koopa sound, I throw it up, grab the shell, and then that's when I actually start registering again too, getting a grasp. Like, okay, now I have the shell. P-switch is already going up. I didn't screw it up, so here we go. Let's just do the shell. Let's nail the shell jump, and we got this. So, I hope this does help anybody out there who does need this, who wants this. If there's anybody out there that has a better method of doing this, or someone that is a lot more experienced at doing this, please feel free. You can let me know in the comment section, or even post out another video It doesn't matter, but this is the way I did it. This is how my recording did. This was all my inputs. So, as you can see, I mean, yeah, I'll show you. That was right down there as I did it. So that's it. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and just ask me. Let me know. I'll try to help you as best as I can. And if anybody wants another recording, another way to do it, see if I can do it another way or a second time to see, you know, to compare the two. Go ahead and let me know. I'll try to do that again. But I hope this does help out anybody who is looking to do this. Good luck. Have fun, most importantly. And let me know if you let me know when you do get this done. GG, preemptive GG on doing that. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you on my stream soon.